I welcome you to Celeb Corner KE as we get to tackle the matters that are currently the talk of the town in our country and mostly in the political arena. So remember, on Friday last week, Professor Abraham Kadore Kendeke was sworn in as the new Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Many expected the former Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Odinga, to show up at the swearing in of Kedora Kendeke, but Raila Odinga did not show up. Now, according to the latest information that we are receiving, Raila didn't show up because he was out of the country. But Raila is expected to be back in the country today, where he is expected to hold a meeting with President William Ruto, and the issues that will be discussed are among many power sharing in the current broad-based government. Now, the Orange Democratic Party movement, Honorable Raila Odinga, the leader, is set to join to jet in from India today and head directly to Statehouse for a crucial meeting with President William Ruto. This meeting comes amid allegations of an impending purge targeting officials considered disloyal to Ruto or those aligned with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. According to the Daily Nation on Sunday, ODM has been allocated 10 slots for principal secretary appointments, but Raila is reportedly pushing for more, emphasizing the need for greater representation in the key government positions. This has raised concerns within the political arena. Speculations grows about Ruto's intentions to replace individuals loyal to Gachagua. The title goes, Guilty by Association. Fate of Rigathi Gachagua orphans hangs in the balance. Now, the alleged moves by Ruto to consolidate power and streamline his administration has sparked tensions within the Kenya Kwanza coalition and the broader political landscape. Analysts suggest that today's meeting could lead to significant negotiations as Raila seeks to streamline ODM's influence in the current government. As Raila arrives from India, all eyes will be on the discussions at Statehouse, which may reshape the power dynamics within Ruto's administration and redefine the alliance between the two leaders. Now, I'll read this article. It portrays that Mr. Odinga flies back into the country today and is expected to meet President William Ruto before flying again to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to officially launch his campaign for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. Remember, when we speak about Raila Odinga now, we speak about him in a matter that portrays his allegiance to the current government of President William Ruto. Raila Odinga was in support of Rigathi Gachagua being kicked out of government. And remember that Rigathi Gachagua had a great influence in the current regime. That is why a lot of the leaders and principal secretaries and cabinet secretaries, most of them came from the Mount Kenya region. Now that Rigathi Gachagua is out of the picture and President William Ruto is believed to be puppet Professor Abraham Kadore Kendeke is currently holding the position of the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, and as many people refer to him as a man that cannot defend his own people, now it's high time for Raila Odinga to indulge into this government and plant his people into strategic positions that will make him an influential figure in the current regime of President William Ruto. That is why, after arriving today in Kenya, he is set to join President William Ruto in the Statehouse, where among the key discussions that are going to be held is including the removal of the current Speaker of National Assembly, Honorable Moses Wetangula, who is said to be replaced by Tom Ojienda. Not Tom Ojienda, Otiende Amolo, I mean. Otiende Amolo is the one that is meant to take up the position of the Speaker of National Assembly. These are among the matters that Raila Odinga is currently pushing for President William Ruto. Now, once Moses Wetangula is kicked out of that position, he will be handed over another slot as a cabinet secretary of foreign affairs. Now, apart from that, there is also another vacancy that has currently presented itself in the current government, and Raila Odinga's ODM team is eyeing that position. The position that was held by the current DP, the current Deputy President Abraham Kithure Kindiki, that is the position of the Cabinet Secretary of Interior. This being a strategic key slot in the current government and a very influential position in this government. If Raila Odinga and his ODM team bangs the Interior Cabinet Secretary slot, then they will have a lot of control over Ruto's government. Not only that, some few amendments are being pushed by Raila Odinga's ODM team in the current to amend the 2010 constitution, where some few offices are meant to be included, where the office of a prime minister will be included there. Another office of the opposition leader will also be included, and some few other slots also will currently be brought up. So Raila Odinga is having this conversation with William Ruto to at least secure his political interest in the country, even if he loses in the African Union chairmanship position. He can still come back in the country and still have influence over the Kenyan politics and over the government of the Republic of Kenya. He believes that, Raila Odinga plays a very key strategic position in the Kenyan politics, and that is why he has to re-strategize every time, to find new allies every time. People from the Mount Kenya region thought that if Professor Kithure Kindiki takes up the DP slot, then also the cabinet interior, the cabinet secretary of interior slot will still be maintained for the Mount Kenya people. But that is a mistake. That is not going to remain in the Mount Kenya region. That is something that is going on to be handed over to the ODM team, and that is why you have recently heard of conversations about somebody like Junet Mohammed being considered to come and fill up this position. A lot of things are being spoken and a lot of speculations are currently coming up in regards to the meeting that is currently expected to go down today at Statehouse between President William Ruto and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So all we can say is that we are expecting that tremendous changes are going to take effect in the current government, and the influence of the mountain in the current government is currently going to be drained to the ground. People like Kimani Ichung'wah, they think that they still hold the mantles of power. No, they don't. People who really supported William Ruto in removing Rigathi Gachagua from the office of the deputy president still think that Ruto is loyal to them and that he will reward them accordingly. But that is the disloyalty, the disloyalty that they will be slapped with in the face is one for the books, one they can never comprehend. Because once Raila Odinga settles in this government, if you look at the possibilities of Raila Odinga currently winning the AU chairmanship position, are currently slimmed to zero, because as we are being told right now, only 9 countries are currently backing Raila Odinga for the AU chairmanship. About 27 countries are currently backing the Djibouti candidate, Mohammed. All the Islamic states in Africa are currently backing this guy. So when it comes to Raila Odinga, his possibilities of winning that position have been slimmed down. So which means he still has to play counter politics in the government, so that even if he loses the AU chairmanship position, he still can have influence over the current regime. So, what's up? Tell me what you think will be the agenda of discussion in Ruto's meeting with Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga today.